Hello my dear students, in this video we will discuss some features of Victorian poetry, and I'm hoping that all of you are now acquainted with examples of all the major poems of this era like Porphyria's Lover, My Last Touches, Goblin Market, Ballad of Reading Gaol, and Bishop orders his tomb at St. Park's Church. No use of understanding this video and all the features without understanding the related poetries actually. So I'll suggest you please go through all the class PDF notes of Browning, Oscar Wilde, Christina Rossetti, and through all other video materials too that I keep assigning related to these poetries, and then come back to this video to understand these features in a better manner. एंड प्लीज़ डू नॉट फॉरगेट टू शेयर एंड सब्सक्राइब द चैनल टू। अब हम शुरुआत करते हैं अपने वीडियो की और विक्टोरियन पोइट्री के कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स देखते हैं। उसके लिए बहुत ही ज़रूरी है थोड़ा सा विक्टोरियन एरा को समझना। तो सबसे पहले हम देखेंगे कि आखिर ये विक्टोरियन एरा है क्या, कब शुरू हुआ था, कब ख़त्म हुआ था। इन द हिस्ट्री ऑफ यूनाइटेड किंगडम, द विक्टोरियन एरा वॉज द पीरियड ऑफ Queen Victoria's reign from 20th June 1837 until her death on 22nd January 1901. इस मोमेंट से पहले थी रोमांटिक मोमेंट which preceded the Victorian era, and romantic era had often portrayed the human pursuit of knowledge, imagination, nature and power as beautiful things. For example, you can think about the works of Wordsworth, Coleridge, Shelley, Keats, and after that came Edwardian period. So these are some of the defining characteristics of Victorian era, specifically related to poetry. The defining characteristics of Victorian age poetry are its focus on, you can say, very much sensory elements, its recurring themes of religion and science conflict, and its practicality and its materialism. So during the Victorian era, however, there were a lot of radical social changes, and as such, many poets of this time did not like the romanticized version of society. So they added an influence of realism in this era, and how realism basically became one of the major characteristics of Victorian era, that is all the poetries basically reflect. So let us understand all the key features one by one. The first one is focus on mass and materialism, then pessimism or negativity, you can say, questioning to God, and use of sensory devices and imagery, and dramatic monologues or personal experiences as well. So we will understand all these features in detail one by one, citing the examples from all the poetries that you have studied till date. While explaining each feature, I'll give you some hint example as well from the poetries, but you can use and you should use actually your own examples as per your understanding as well. So the first one is focus on masses and materialism. Materialism, I hope everybody understand. तो सबसे पहले देखते हैं कि इसकी कॉन्ट्ररी एरा जो कि रोमांटिक पोइट्री मानी जाती है, उसका मेजर फोकस क्या था। रोमांटिक एरा को अगर आप याद करें, वर्ड्सवर्थ, कॉलरिज को अगर आप याद करें, तो यू विल फाइंड कि there were so many rural things, natural things and rustic life descriptions. Specifically, if you recall the poetry like Kubla Khan, the poetry like Prelude of Wordsworth, and it was actually not at all related to city life, the hustle bustle life of cities. And when we talk about the Victorian poets, on the other hand, Victorian poets used language as well as themes that was common to city life, city wants and the need of city people. Too much materialism reflects from these kind of poetries. You can see practical corruption, and you can thus say that these people, Victorian poets, write about the masses and for the masses in a very practical way. Whatever these people used to feel, that has been written in Victorian poetry. And for explaining this point, materialism specifically, you can give example of the priest being greedy for materialistic possession in The Bishop Order His Tomb at St. Park's Church, written by Robert Browning. And the next point is pessimism or negativity, or you can say pains and sufferings of commoners. See, the normal life, the realistic life of people is not a piece of cake. It is full of miseries as well at points. So, as already discussed, Victorian poets were quite realistic and practical, and thus were more concerned about the reality rather than the ideal world of beauty and imagination, as was the case with romantic poets. Due to industrial revolution and advancement in science and technology, there was a drastic increase, a major increase, I must say, in the population of cities that gave rise to slums, poverty, unemployment, corruption, diseases, deaths. And thus we can say Victorian poetry is focused on the pains and sufferings of commoners and had a kind of note of pessimism in their poetries. The corruption of society was shown in these poems as well, and here you can give the example of Goblin Market, how Christina Rossetti continuously refers to women's sensuality using sexualized language and imagery that bring about very realistic question of desire, temptation and degradation of the society. Next part is questioning to God. It was a very important feature of Victorian poetry. The development of empirical science, rationalism, and radicalism led the people to give up religious thoughts and be more skeptic about the existence of God. तो ये एक ऐसा एरा था जब साइंस ने, रैशनलिज्म ने बहुत ज़्यादा प्रोग्रेस की थी और लोग एक बार सोचने लग गए थे इस पीरियड में कि गॉड की एग्जिस्टेंस है भी या नहीं है. Moreover, corruption in church, defining the morality of priests, etc., also led the people to question the religious institutions as well. You may here give the example of Bishop orders his tomb at St. Park's Church by Robert Browning again. And after reading this poem, people will surely question the existence and relevance of God in their lives. If a priest can be so immoral and corrupt, do God really exist? I mean, when too much advancement and materialism and science enters into the life of people, it puts a question on the existence of God, and specifically when we see a priest kind of people being so corrupt, we question the existence of God. The next point, the next characteristic is use of imagery. The poets of the preceding era, Romantic era, used imagery vividly, and the Victorians also used sensory language and sensory devices to describe the abstract scenes of chaos between religion and science, you can say. And for example, high level of imagery is used in many Victorian poetries like Goblin Market. While telling the appearance of goblins, आप इमेजिन कीजिए क्रिस्टीना रोजेटी ने जब गॉब्लिन्स की अपीयरेंस बताई है तो वो अपीयरेंस हमारे दिमाग में बहुत अच्छे से अपीयर होती है बिकॉज ऑफ द डिस्क्रिप्शन. एंड व्हेन शी टेल्स अबाउट द वॉयलेंस जो कि गॉब्लिन्स प्रैक्टिस करते हैं लिजी पर, तब भी वो सीन बहुत अच्छे से हम लोग इमेजिन कर पाते हैं, विजुलाइज कर पाते हैं. दैट इज़ द ब्यूटी, दैट इज़ द मैजिक ऑफ इमेजरी लैंग्वेज. द नेक्स्ट वन इज़ ड्रामेटिक मोनोलॉग, जिसका कि मतलब आप सभी लोग अब बहुत अच्छे से जानते हैं, और एनी काइंड ऑफ डिस्क्रिप्शन ऑफ पर्सनल एक्सपीरियंस. Many Victorian poets used dramatic monologues or some or the other personal experiences in their poetry. And dramatic monologue is when a single character reveals her or himself to the reader. So in poetry, perhaps the single most enduring Victorian innovation was the dramatic monologue, a form of poem in which a single character बोलता है, अपने आप को रिवील करता है थ्रू अ मोनोलॉग दैट इज एड्रेस टू एन इम्प्लाइड और एक्चुअल लिसनर. So again, we may think as an example about My Last Duchess, about Porphyria's lover, about even the bishop orders his tomb at St. Park's Church, and the personal experience also we get to see in the form of the Ballad of Reading Gaol by Oscar Wilde. Personal experience in jail by Oscar Wilde in this poetry is quite visible. And one more poetry I will like to mention here, that is Alfred Tennyson's In Memoriam, AHH. That was written over a period of 17 years, you can say from 18 1833 to 1850 उन्होंने इस पोइट्री को लिखा है एंड इट एक्सप्लोर्स एल्फ्रेड टेनिसन्स प्रोफाउंड ग्रीफ एट द डेथ ऑफ हिज वेरी क्लोज फ्रेंड ऑर्थर हेनरी हेलम एंड इन मेमोरियम बहुत ही एक सूदिंग पोइट्री है. क्वीन विक्टोरिया ने भी इस पोइट्री को बहुत ही एडमायर किया था जब उनके हस्बैंड प्रिंस एल्बर्ट की डेथ हो गई थी 1861 में. इन वन ऑफ हर जर्नल एंट्रीज she has mentioned this poetry and she said, I was much soothed and pleased with Tennyson's In Memoriam, and only those who have suffered as I do can understand these beautiful poems. One of the most significant accomplishment of Victorian era is the appearance of female writers. Female writers like Elizabeth Browning, Christina Rossetti, George Eliot and the Bronte sisters. There were few female writers earlier and poetry was considered actually to be predominantly the male occupation, and these writers actually became famous during the Victorian era. All these writers, Browning, Rossetti, Eliot and all the Bronte sisters. So I hope you liked the video. Please take down all the notes and thanks for watching. Best of luck for your exams.